Well, our summer intensive is 5 weeks, and TCU is very kind. They allow us to use their beautiful dance building, which is 3 studios, and the middle studio is actually a theater. And we also use our own building as well, so we kind of use a number of studios to hold this summer intensive. Children have to audition for the summer intensive, and we go to many different cities all over the country in January, February time period. So you'll get kids from all over the country. Sometimes we've got kids internationally as well. Ages range from 12 to 22. So we have 5 different groups in that age range. And the top group, some of them will be invited to join our second company, our studio training company. We've actually even offered people out of that top level a traineeship, which is actually working with the company. 75% of our dancers that are in the company have been through that summer intensive. It is one of my favorite times of the year. When you go to an audition and you audition somebody, you see them for an hour and a half. And it's very quick, and you get an impression of somebody. And through inviting them to the summer intensive, you get to work with them for 5 weeks. That's really when we get to know a dancer, and especially the older dancers that we could offer a job to.
I went into the summer intensive in kind of a worried and stressful state because I was doing my best to get a job. And just by being around the staff, it made me worry less. And I got comfortable and just focused on dancing instead of trying to prove who I was. And so when we got to the end and they offered the traineeship, I had a feeling of relief, but I was just more excited to start a future with them.
So it's very important because it establishes that relationship, and you get to understand, they get to understand the way you're thinking about dance, and you get to see how do they understand what you're saying, and do they get it, and do they want it. But we offer, of course, classical ballet, but we have modern classes, we have jazz classes, we have Broadway classes, which I have a Broadway background, so I love teaching that.
One thing that's really unique about TBT is we get to do Broadway, which is like so much fun, especially with Tim O'Keefe. He's like the best Broadway teacher ever, and we get to like do stuff that you never get to do in other summer intensives. Nobody else really does Broadway as far as I know.
Tim teaching Broadway is probably one of the most fun classes you can take, and it's nerve-wracking. I remember being nervous going into it at first because he's the artistic director. You still want to impress him, but he makes it comfortable, and he teaches you that it's okay to feel ridiculous and teaches you how to perform big and act. And it honestly, I think, probably made me a better ballet dancer.
I think it's a wonderful opportunity to be able to work so close with the artistic director and to get to experience the different sides that he brings when you work with him. So you'll get him for ballet class, and it's all proper, and he gives very specific corrections. And then you get to work with him in Broadway class, and he's expressive, he's very energetic. He really gets to show you he has more to offer than his balletic information.
We have Latin classes, we've done flamenco, we've done interpretive classes, we have many different types of classes.
And then contemporary class is different from modern class. Modern would be like Graham, Horton technique, which I think is really cool that they differentiate those two because they're very different, especially like with classical modern work. Like Graham work is so specific, and having an improv class and a salsa class will actually complement and supplement your classical ballet training because it makes you more versatile. So having all of these different kinds of dance classes in the summer intensive, you learn how to pick up different kinds of dance, different steps, and really quickly, and like you learn how to pick up choreography, which I think is a very key skill.
I would say that TBT is so good at teaching dancers really how to perform. And especially in the summer intensive, you don't just have ballet. You have modern, you have partnering, you have character, you have musical theater. Taking those gives you the opportunity to really learn how to perform and how to love it and how to show that you love it.
I chose to go to TBT Summer Intensive program over other programs because they have a lot of different kinds of teachers. Just having someone different in the front of the room and learning their timing in class and their different musicality, it all just comes together and like makes you a more versatile and valuable dancer for a potential ballet company.
I chose TBT Summer Intensive because I had heard great things about the staff and the environment and was hoping to get the chance to work with Ben Stevenson. I did get that chance, and it's nice. He's very focused on movement, and most of my training was very stagnant and in place and proper. So it was my first exposure of being able to really work with my artistry instead of just the technique. The staff were very inviting, they were very encouraging, they just really seemed to care about everyone there. I find it very unique in how they bring so much positivity, and that the teachers are focused on giving the proper tools and information that the students will need for the rest of their career.
Learning core work with like, a bunch of girls in a summer intensive was like really valuable for me, especially like for future company work. Learning how to work with other people that you don't really know that well and work together and learn on this side and then get put in, and it's just like, it's a very valuable element to the summer intensive. Another thing that's cool about the performance is usually there's 2 casts. So if there is a soloist role or there is like multiple opportunities, you can do the solo role in one piece and then the core in the other piece. It adds another layer of value to having a performance at the end, because you're not just doing one thing and like kind of stuck in one box of opportunities, but more people have more opportunities to do more things, and your parents get to come and watch, and it just makes it all exciting. And yeah, that's one of my favorite parts.
And the kids really do a lot of dancing, and they do a lot in the show at the end, and they really dance a lot, but they love it. It's great. And they learn so much. It's wonderful to have the child all day long. And oftentimes you just get them after school, and it's for a limited amount of time. But with that all day, you really, if you're teaching and working on choreography and you're working on putting a piece together, it's like working with the company. It's amazing. By the 3rd week, the kids look like different kids. They start to just refine, and they learn the choreography, and then they actually start saying things with it. It's amazing what they do. Really, really is amazing. So it's important for us for finding talent and establishing relationships with people, because a 12-year-old might come, and then you might see them again when they're 15 or 17, and they've come back. They'll come back consecutive years, or they'll go somewhere else, and then they'll go, no, I really did like it at Texas Ballet Theater. I like their rep, I like their company. If I'm gonna be a dancer, I want to be with that company. And then they'll really start focusing in on you. And it's important for us to, again, have that relationship, but it's getting our name out into the nation as well through these children that come back, and then they go back home and they go, oh, we did this and this at Texas Ballet Theater, and oh, you should try Texas Ballet Theater. You should, I'm gonna go back next year. Why don't you come, with me, and we'll take the 5-week course together. So it's important for us for that as well. But it's really one of my favorite times of the year, teaching. There's an energy and kind of a freedom in a way that these young people have, and once they feel like they are safe and you provide a safe space for them and that they can kind of develop their own voice and you see them break out of their shell and actually start communicating something or take on a part or a character or do something, maybe they're doing a Broadway thing which they've never done before, but they really like it and they experience a new form of dance and a new way of, telling a story and expressing themselves in their imagination. That's what's really rewarding as a teacher, is to be able to have that. As Ben says, you hit the tennis ball, but they have to hit it back to you. So they have to use their imagination and inspiration, and they should inspire you while they're working. So I think we do that, and I think they are inspired as well.